Hey guys, hi, welcome to Unacademy. This channel is Unacademy Future Doctors, and I'm your educator for biochemistry, Dr. Shivangi Shukla. I welcome all of you to today's session. We have back-to-back 3 sessions today on this channel. Let me just check if I'm visible and audible to everyone. Let me just check if the live stream has started or not. Okay, great. So, welcome everyone. Welcome again to all of you. Today again we are having an MCQ based discussion where I'll be putting up MCQs and I'll be giving you about 2 minutes for each MCQ to think and then answer, and then you have to answer in the comment section. Okay, so this is a great way of revising, and then we'll discuss each MCQ. We'll discuss the theory behind each MCQ. Okay, it is a great way for retrograde revision. All of you who have just passed their first year can be in touch with your first year, and for those of you who are yet to take the NEET PG examination, it will be a great way of revising. All right. I'm Dr. Shivangi Shukla, as most of you have been together for the past 6 months would know. Till the others join in, I'll quickly brief you about the different types of subscriptions for NEET PG available on the Unacademy app. Now, both iconic as well as plus subscriptions are available for NEET PG on the Unacademy app. Both of these will give you access to video lectures from top educators across the country. Not just their video lectures, but also their printed PDF notes, exhaustive question banks that are regularly updated and which contain more than 25,000 questions. All India level combats, live quizzes, tests, state-of-the-art technologies and tools like raise your hand feature, in the class polls, and the USP and the freedom of using these while on the go on any device of your choice, even in the comfort of your homes. Okay, so you can, and also one very important thing is that you can access the recorded sessions also. Okay, the iconic subscription will also give you access to resources from Prep Ladder. All right, so depending upon your necessity, depending upon the needs, you can choose either of the two subscriptions. Now, Unacademy has come up with an all educators revision batch for these 2 months, especially dedicated, especially benefiting those students who are serious for this year's NEET PG examination. Okay, on in May 2022. So you can in this you can revise all the 19 subjects through subject wise tests and grand tests, and lectures, okay, video lectures also. All right. Also, do not forget to put in the educator code, which is DRSHUKLA, Dr. Shukla. Okay, now this code is going to fetch you an additional 10% discount. Do not forget this code, DRSHUKLA, Dr. Shukla, for 10% discount on either of the two subscriptions, plus as well as iconic, whichever you wish to take. Okay, Dr. Shukla. Now, so this one I think we did yesterday. Which among the following is a marker for myocardial infarction? This is how we discussed what topic? We discussed about isoenzymes, isn't it? Can you guys tell me what isoenzymes are? Any one of you who has been attending this, who's present, can you guys tell me what are isoenzymes? Anyone? First of all, the answer for this is, which among the following is a marker of myocardial infarction? All of them. We did this yesterday in great detail. Now, a revision from yesterday. Can you guys tell me what are isoenzymes? Any one of you? What are isoenzymes, guys? Tell me. No one? Okay, so isoenzymes, you can go back and attend yesterday's session to revise what isoenzymes are. We did that in great detail. Okay, now, okay, Sanjay is here. Same, different forms of the same enzyme. Very good. Half of the definition is correct. And the rest of the definition? Isoenzymes are different forms of the same enzyme. Very good, Sanjay. That are present in different tissues and perform different functions. The same enzyme, creatine kinase, is present in the brain, in the muscle, and in the skeletal muscle and in the heart muscle, myocardium. And everywhere it is present in a different form, catalyzing a different reaction. Okay, that is what isoenzymes are. Next, all of the following are epimers except A. Glucose and galactose at C4, B. Glucose and mannose at C2, C. Xylulose and ribulose at C3, or D. Glucose and fructose at C6. Okay, your time for this question starts now. Come on, let me know. Come on everyone, last few minutes left. Alright, so the time is up. Let us quickly discuss the answer now. The answer for this is, very good Sanjay, the answer is D, that is glucose and fructose at C6. Okay. Now, what are glucose and fructose? They are isomers, but they are not epimers. Isomers are what? Isomer is something that has the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Now, glucose is an aldehyde. Whereas, what is fructose? What type of a molecule is fructose? Fructose is a ketone. Okay. Therefore, even though they contain the same molecular formula with 6 carbons, but they are isomers and not epimers. So now a question should arise in your mind as to what epimers are. Can you tell me what are epimers? What are epimers? Can you guys tell me? What are epimers? Epimers are those compounds that differ from each other in the placement of side chains on just one carbon position. Okay, so just at the fourth carbon, glucose and galactose differ in the position of OH and H groups, the side chains, the side groups on the fourth carbon. Okay, in galactose, the OH group is present above the ring. In glucose, the OH group is present below the ring. Okay, similarly, at the second carbon, glucose and mannose differ in the placement of H and OH. Similarly, at the third carbon, xylulose and ribulose are epimers. Okay, in the rest, at the rest of the structure of these compounds is absolutely similar. Understood this example? Now, where have you heard of xylulose and ribulose? Can you guys tell me where have you heard of xylulose and ribulose together? In which cycle? Can you guys let me know in which cycle have you heard of xylulose and ribulose together? Come on, tell me. In which cycle have you heard of them? No one? So you have heard of them in the HMP shunt, guys, in the HMP shunt. Okay, now xylulose is converted to ribulose using 3 epimerase. Remember this enzyme? Okay, so this is how epimers are. Can you see? This is alpha D galactose. Okay, so here what happens is at the fourth carbon position, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. At the fourth carbon position, the presence of OH is above the ring, whereas in glucose at the fourth carbon position, 1, 3 and 4, the presence of OH is below the ring. Now here in mannose at the second carbon, the presence of OH is above the ring, but in glucose it is below the ring. Understood? So now this is what are epimers. But galactose and mannose are not epimers. Why? Because they differ in the placement of groups on 2 carbons, isn't it? On the fourth carbon also and on the second carbon also. Can you see? So while glucose and galactose are epimers at the fourth carbon, glucose and mannose are epimers at the second carbon, but galactose and mannose are not epimers. Okay, following, yes or no? Is everyone following this? Very, very important. Okay. Alright, next question. Which of the following is true about ketone bodies? Okay, A, they are synthesized in the small intestine. B, they are preferentially used by the brain to glucose. They are produced during starvation. Or D, they are converted into HMG-CoA. Alright, read it thoroughly. Now your time starts now. Come on. Come on everyone, time is running up for you to answer. Okay, all right, so the time is up. Now, the correct answer is, okay, very good, Priyanshi, very good. As correctly answered by you, it is C. They are produced during starvation. Okay. Now this one is correct. Okay, we know that. We have read it a lot of times that during starvation, what happens is there is increased rate of beta oxidation of fatty acids, and during the when the beta oxidation of fatty acids goes on at a very high rate, then what happens is ketone bodies, it goes into acetyl CoA, goes into ketogenesis. Okay, this is what we know. So we know that they are produced during starvation. And why? Because the brain depends 80% on glucose it can utilize, and only 20% it can utilize ketone bodies. So this B1 is automatically wrong. Okay, the most important source of fuel for the brain is glucose. First one, they are synthesized in the small intestine. No, guys, majority of synthesis of ketone bodies occurs in the liver. And in which cell organelle? Which cell organelle can you guys tell me? Which is the cell organelle where ketone body synthesis occurs? Come on. Come on, come on. What is the cell body where ketone body, what is the cell organelle where ketone body synthesis occurs? I'm waiting for the answer. Come on, guys. What is the cell organelle where ketone body synthesis occurs? Come on, very simple. It is the mitochondria. Okay. And where does cholesterol synthesis occur? Cholesterol synthesis, where does it occur? In the mitochondria, is it? Does cholesterol synthesis occur in the mitochondria? Anyone? Okay, think about it while I discuss the last question, the last option. They are converted into HMG-CoA. No, HMG-CoA is converted into ketone bodies. How? HMG-CoA lyase enzyme. HMG-CoA lyase enzyme will convert HMG-CoA into acetoacetate. What is acetoacetate? It is the first ketone body to form. And then through beta hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase enzyme, it is going to convert to beta hydroxybutyrate, and spontaneously it is going to convert to acetone. So the first ketone body to form is acetoacetate, and the most predominant ketone body to form is beta hydroxybutyrate. Okay, understood these two things? And what happens is, at the start there are two molecules of acetyl CoA. Now they combine using the enzyme thiolase to produce acetoacetyl CoA. Now this, when another molecule of acetyl CoA will come in And what is the enzyme here? It is HMG-CoA synthase enzyme. It is going to produce HMG-CoA. Now this HMG-CoA, when in the mitochondria, will be acted upon by HMG-CoA lyase. Whereas extramitochondrially, that is where? In the membranes of the endoplasmic reticulum. What will happen? It will be acted upon by the rate limiting enzyme which catalyzes the committed step of cholesterol synthesis, and which is, what is this enzyme? HMG-CoA reductase. And what is this going to produce? HMG-CoA upon action by HMG-CoA reductase is going to produce mevalonate. And it is the first step in the synthesis of cholesterol. Got it? Understood, everyone? Next question. Which of the following amino acids is the precursor of epinephrine? A. Tryptophan, B. Phenylalanine, C. Tyrosine, or D. Threonine? And your time starts now. Come on. Come on, guys. Time is running up. Alright, so Priyanshi has come up with the answer. Very good, Priyanshi. Let us see if someone wants to differ with this or not. Let us see if she has marked it correct or not. Last 1 minute left, guys. Come on. Everyone should answer, okay? I'm giving sufficient time for you to answer. Think and answer. Last 30 seconds left. Come on. Okay, so the time is up for you to answer. Now the correct answer is, very good, Priyanshi. The correct answer is tyrosine. Now those of you confused between A and C, let me tell you. Tryptophan forms what? It forms three important compounds: serotonin, melatonin, the two neurotransmitters, and niacin. Okay, now out of these four, can you guys tell me which is the non-essential amino acid? Can you guys let me know out of A, B, C and D, tryptophan, phenylalanine, tyrosine and threonine, which one is non-essential? Come on, tell me in the chat section guys, which one out of these is non-essential? That is, it is not necessarily required in the diet. It can be produced inside the body. Which one of these is a non-essential amino acid? Come on, what are you waiting for? What is taking you so long? Very good, Priyanshi. It is tyrosine. Same answer. Tryptophan, phenylalanine, threonine, all are essential. Tyrosine is non-essential because it can be produced from phenylalanine. Now, this phenylalanine, when acted upon by phenylalanine hydroxylase in the presence of the cofactor tetrahydrobiopterin, will produce tyrosine. Okay. Now, this tyrosine is used in the formation of catecholamines. Tyrosine hydroxylase will produce, again tyrosine hydroxylase in the presence of tetrahydrobiopterin will produce dopa, which will then be converted to dopamine. Okay, and this dopamine is a neurotransmitter. Okay, and tyrosine will also give rise to epinephrine and norepinephrine. All of these are what? They are catecholamines. They are catecholamines and synthesized from tyrosine. One very important product of tyrosine is what? Which hormone essentially contains tyrosine? Which is the hormone? Can you guys tell me the synthesis of which hormone requires tyrosine residues? Anyone remembers? The synthesis of which hormone requires tyrosine residues? We have read about this. It is an important hormone in metabolism. Does anyone remember? Tyrosine is required in the synthesis of T3 and T4 thyroid hormones. Okay, and how? The thyroglobulin protein has 115 tyrosine residues. Now, these tyrosine residues are iodinated using I+. So, what will they form? MIT, DIT, monoiodotyrosine, diiodotyrosine. Okay, like this. Now, there will be coupling. That means two DIT molecules. DIT is 2. Again, this D is diiodotyrosine. So, di means 2. Mono means 1. So, 1 plus 2 will be 3. So, MIT and DIT will combine to form T3. And DIT will combine to form T4. And they lie in the inactivated state here. Now, once the thyroid hormone receives the signal of secreting the thyroid glands, then they will be pinocytosed or phagocytosed from the colloid inside the follicular cell. Inside the follicular cell, the deiodinase enzyme is going to remove inside the follicular cell, the lysosomes will then form a phagolysosome along with this, and through the hydrolytic enzymes, they will be cleaved and they will be released, T3 and T4. And this DIT, MIT and tyrosine will be recycled by the deiodinase enzyme, removed, broken down and then recycled. Understood this? So, also one very important fact that 60 milligrams of tryptophan form 1 milligram of niacin. This is also very important. Deficiency of niacin leads to pellagra. All these are the applied concepts from the chapter of amino acids. Very, very important for every one of you. Okay, you should know this. All the applied concepts. What are essential, non-essential, then synthesis of non-essential amino acids in the body. Then applied concepts regarding sulfur-containing amino acids also you should know. Methionine, homocysteine, cysteine, all these, the metabolism you should know. 1 carbon transfer reactions. Very, very important guys. Okay. So all these you should be totally very clear with. Now, okay, so this will be it for this session. I'll now be meeting you in the next session at 6:45. That is on clinical applications. We'll be discussing translation, fidelity, and the related concepts. Okay, so we have discussed with the genetic, just discuss the genetic code with you guys. Now we'll discuss translation proper, all the 3 steps of translation: chain initiation, chain elongation, and chain termination. Okay, all those things we're going to discuss. After that, at 7:25 also we have another session, that is how to study biochemistry for entrances. Now, that is also very important. Okay, that is a strategy based session, that also you can attend. Then in the night, at night, I'm going to have another session at 11:45, and that will be an MCQ session again, MBBS MCQ bonus biochemistry session. That will be the 45th in the league. Okay, 45th MBBS MCQ bonus biochemistry session on the Unacademy app at 11:45. Okay, all right, then take a break for 5 minutes and then we'll meet at 6:45 here itself. All right, guys, then see you.